It's a perfect day for some mayhem!
I will fight to my last breath!
Do your worst!
The light abandons no man. Another battle!
All right. Also had myself muted there. Didn't realize that. So we get the Diablo, we get the Urel, we get a Genji, and we get a Phoenix. And then we wind up with an Uther after the support bans. Now, if we didn't have Uther, this looks insanely good. But we do have Uther. On the other side, though, we have Kerrigan, Samuro, Rhaegar, Junkrat, Muradin. These are some spicy drafts. So we're gonna get into the game. We got Rain on the Genji, Base State on that Diablo, Electra on the Urel, Haze on the Uther, and Swoop will be playing that Phoenix. On the other side, we wind up with Blyest Raven on the Kerrigan, Reb gonna be on the Samuro, McNulty gonna be on the Muradin, Croven is going to be on the Junkrat. We also have Axon on the Rhaegar, and that is going to be FWC eSports. Make sure everything is still working. It looks like we're fine and dandy there. We just need to make sure that doesn't happen again. So things are on kick off. And Rain going to come on in hot. Reb on the backside. We do have the Protect coming on out. Not going to be much as they're playing some footsie in the meantime. We got the Devils do the Marauders inside Swift as Wind, Advanced Targeting, and Silver Touch. Are they going to go for a Q build? The Overpower onto Axon. He has nowhere to go. McNulty looking to try and peel, and it won't be good enough. And they pick up the first kill on that Rhaegar. So at this point, a little bit ahead. Rain doing the best he can right now, poking. Not going to get any kills, but really going to bother them. The stun coming from McNulty, getting some stacks on it, now at 4. And we also have the electric charge. A very nice knockback, and Hayes is going to try to get on out, trying to juke and jive. We got the Silver Touch, keeping him alive, but the pull and stun from Flyus Raven will not connect, and Hayes will make it out of there alive. We had the Sharpened Blades, the Put Some English on it, and also Way of the Illusion. Oh no! Bay State all alone in the combo, and they're going to lose a chunk of gems in the meantime. Bot lane, Electra's still holding it out. Not going to be too big of a deal, and Flyus Raven rotating on down as well. So Diablo will be back very shortly. Nothing to really be concerned about. Swoop looking to juke and jive. Will manage to get out before Kroven can drop anything to knock him out of the teleport. Bot lane, Electra knows what's up, and we'll see Flyest Raven start on that siege camp. They do need the rotation if they want to prevent Flyest Raven, because right now it's technically a 2v1. In the mid lane, however, Rhaegar gonna be going down once again at Electra trying to 2v1. We got Hayes coming on in hot, and we also have a Rain coming on in. Should be able to swift strike through the stun though from Flyest Raven. Rain not making it in time, and say goodbye to Rain. Beating on that Genji coming on in well after Electra is gone and trying to 2v2, but we also had McNulty come on in just to ensure they get control of that. In the meantime, it's a 1v1, Kroven versus Swoop. We have Bay State holding it down in the meantime. I like that they're not really trying to push this up because it's very dangerous. Flyers Raven looking for potentially a target. Coming on in for Swoop. Does get the pull. Does get this stun. McNulty coming on in hot. And then knockback. And they will get Swoop. They come on in like hawks. Pick off their target and just execute them. Bot lane, we got Reb, we got Bay State still trying to hold on this lane. We have a Swoop coming on back. He's actually sitting in the well in a little bit. But Rain is actually going to successfully 1v1 and get the kill on Kroven. Kills all over the place. Action across the board here on Tomb this evening. Bay State coming on in. We'll get Flyest Raven, who is knocked on out, has barely any life, will be going on down. And Electra trying to pick up another one, but they'll have to be satisfied with only the kill on Flyest Raven. So in the meantime, we still have gems are being collected in favor of FWC eSports. But there comes Space State, not going to get the actual stun. And, well, that's how the Diablo crumbles. Very nice job there from FWC eSports. They had the advantage for a little while there, trying to capitalize on it. Unfortunately, they won't, and Electro will get out of there as he can't really 2v1 successfully. However, we got Swoop Hayes coming on, and they will interrupt Rep for now, keeping the Red Web Weavers from descending for now. Kroven does not have any gems to supply for his team, so really they're going to have to try and get in somewhere else. Rain going to be able to get on out with that Swift Strike. Bay State looking for it. McNulty, however, will peel, and they'll be walking scot-free away. Now, this is overall still pretty even. I mean, they don't have the gems. The kill counts are roughly the same. But as long as they can hold it down for a little bit here, they will be able to get the gems they need. We have 3 members of Luxorian Sun actually pushing on down here. In the meantime, we got Rain just holding it down. We got Bay State coming on in. Oh, McNulty jumping on over. Bay State will be able to walk away. Does get the globe in basically his full life now. Remember, he did take Devil's Due. He has one more soul, and then he can insta-respawn. But now he's going to be very, very hard to kill. Additionally, simultaneously, we had the weight of Illusion. So Reb is going to do significantly more damage at this point in time. Also, we have an atypical Diablo build, but Swift Strike will be able to get Rain out of there. Regardless, we have a Life Leech and a Diabolical Momentum. Not the usual choices. The Interrupt coming on through for Bay State. And McNulty not actually going to be stunned there. The Overpower, though, very nice stun from Flyest Raven. The Protected, by the way, a Rain will make it on out, but Bay State is chunked down quite heavily. In the bot lane, we have Electra trying her best to keep this from actually being a turn-in, but the lane's already been pushed up, which is making this easy enough for Axon to get the turn-in. But this fight is looking all right for Luxorian Sun, and they'll actually just walk away despite having the man advantage. So first, Web Weavers, they want to get as much as possible here to make the next turn-in that much more beneficial. It also makes it much harder for Luxorian Sun to fight. The Overpower and the knockback. We got the Storm coming on out from Flyest Raven. Lightning Breath protected, by the way, because Lux Rain are not going down, and they are getting themselves a 1 and now 2 kills. And FWC eSports is going to lose a lot of value and now with 3 members dead. Top has pushed in, but the crew of Luxorian Sun are coming on in to clear this up. They're going to lose the top 2 towers. They hold the mid, and bot lane, well, they've lost it all from the front wall. So they still keep, however, the well in the bot and mid lane, but they don't keep the well in the top lane, unfortunately. So 22 gems being held by Reb there, holding 2/3 of them. And now Luxorian Sun, well, they have all the gems that they really need. McNulty coming on in for the interrupt. Flyest Raven there, getting the stun. Ardent Defender being popped immediately. Reb coming in hot, but Bay State picking up Reb. He will be able to get on out with his illusions, and that is going to be all they get. In the meantime, oh my god, Croven, as calculated as you can get. Swoop is going to be getting out of there, and Hayes is going to pick it up with the Frisbee, but now they're coming on in. Flux or Rain trying to interrupt the rotation. Hayes staying alive as long as possible. The stun coming on out, and we got the Ghost of Uther, but the Purification Salvo coming on out as a response, but it will not be good enough. So they take 1 for 1. The stun onto McNulty, the Overpower, but he's going to just walk away because the Dwarf is strong. He'll heal on up pretty quick, and thanks to his second wind, and we're almost there for completion. There we go. Quest completed as well for McNulty, which means significantly more stuns and piercing. The knockback onto Bay State. He does have the Shadow Charge. He's trying to get on out, but there comes the Riptire. The X Strike. Croven manages to survive. The Swift Strike getting on through, doing so much to Croven, but the heal and the tap is going to keep him alive despite Rain trying to execute him. So front wall down. A nice cleanse. We get the port from Swoop, and he'll be able to get on out. Rain taking a lot of damage, and Bay State coming on in to ensure he can survive. But now he's going to get poked on down, stunned in place. Lightning Breath being used as an unstoppable to try and escape, realizing the situation at hand. But unfortunately for Bay State, it gives them the extra time to start putting in the DPS. Oh man, Purification Salvo interrupted there. As you can see, going on down. So they have enough for a turn-in though, preventing the back-to-back turn-in. Hayes will keep Reb from using that clone, and well, they'll be able to try and push on back here. No team has lost a 4. Keep that in mind. So these second web weavers are going to be critical to actually getting the momentum you want to try and end this game. State and Electra there. However, McNulty should have the toss ready to go. Does a jump on out. Hayes coming on in with the stun, and now we get the slows from Electra with the Goomba smashing leaps. Now, Kroven is all alone top, being able to clear this up. Will stop the rotation of Electra and the knockback as Kroven says goodbye. So they're spending a lot of time, Luxorian on trying to get these kills, but they're not actually getting much out of it. You can see bot lane's already being cleared up. Reb is getting so much value just being able to be a distraction or get around the map as he pleases. The stun onto McNulty, he's been overpowered, but it's not going to do much. We get the purification salvo, but it's only going to hit Muradin with the lightning breath being burnt as well. But Flyest Raven, they're trying to execute him, and the Ancestral connects just in time. X-Strike coming on out. Flyest Raven is super low, and this is a fight really far back. We got Rain looking for Kroven, and they have taken out 2 members. Bay State, Kroven, Rain, 3 for 1. Reb trying to finish off Hayes here, and he's trying to get on out, and he will successfully do so. Electra does have the Divine Steed and will manage to walk on out in a 3 for 1. Now, Luxorian Sun split too much of their focus there. They clearly were looking to get the kills, but they dived so far back to try and get it. McNulty coming in hot, now has that extra dwarf toss with the dwarf launch, and Reb coming on in with Flyest Raven. They have the 16 advantage, so staying here after seeing McNulty, this seems very foolhardy. BC coming on in, we got Flyest Raven coming on in hot, lightning breath chewing through, and Flyest Raven's going to be going down here, but they trade out 1 for 1 at the moment. Bay State knocking McNulty away for now, and he taps in his nearly full life. Kroven has nowhere to go except over the wall, and Hayes and Rain are going to finish him off very shortly here. So, a play that you wouldn't actually expect to work out in Luxorian Sun's favor has worked out fantastically for him. They take down 2 members, however, they do lose out on actually clearing these web weavers. And Reb with his Samuro can go and rotate top, bot, mid, left, right, A, B, start. He can do it all. And at this point, top has been heavily pushed on in. Samuro going to be easy back here, hard to kill, and now they can start off this boss knowing exactly where everyone is. Accent in tow with the illusions, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Urel is all the way bottom, so Electra is not going to be able to get here, which means there's no way for them to actually try and stop the boss, even though they're equal talent tiers. So a beautiful rotation on the side of FWC eSports, taking advantage of where their opponents are, and now they can walk this in to try and get the first keep. Now, a single kill here might end the game. Bay State getting pulled on in. The overpower actually going to be interrupted. We got the purification salvo and the lightning breath. So much damage in FWC. Now you see him and now you don't. Rain coming in hot. We'll pick up a second kill, and they can now clear up this boss perfectly for free. Oh my god, is Rain getting super greedy? Rain trying to pick up another kill for his team. Instead, feeds. This is not the time to feed when you get a lead like that. 2 kills for nothing. Take out the boss for free. Walk away and call it a day. McNulty holding the fort down is going to get the double stun, but now he's all alone. He does have the dwarf lines. They're trying to hold him down. The interruption. Avatar has to be popped. McNulty trying to juke and jive away from Swoop, but it's not going to matter. Luxorian Sun get themselves another great momentum shifter. Now, this is 19 to 18. They can collect the gems they need now to get the turn in. They can't get the boss, however. Rain coming on in. Going to hit him with a little bit of that Swift Strike damage. We have Cruelty here as well. This is interesting, and Overpowering Nightmare. This is one interesting Diablo build, to say the least. Reb will be able to get on out as expected with that Illusion Master, which basically allows him to jump around the map significantly more easily. So 20s are around the quarter. They have Web Weavers. This is the time to get the Web Weavers going, and it looks like they'll have them in a very short second. So they have the Web Weavers ready to go. They need to get as much value pre-20 as they can. Otherwise, they might actually lose here. Because if they get caught out 20 versus 19, well, 20 versus 19 is not the kind of fight you want to take. So this is actually heartbreaking for Luxorian Sun. They have now reached 20, but with a fort in top, they should be able to get themselves 20. Potentially McNulty coming on in. We got Reb chasing on into onto base state, just poking him down. Top is actually going to be standing for a little bit, and there they go. They get themselves 20. There's the stun onto McNulty. He doesn't have all the members there. The lightning breath coming on through, and he will be able to dwarf launch himself out to freedom. Rain, trapped behind the wall, does have his agility ready to go. Reb coming in hot. Does get the vision and will actually switch back. And Reb is gaining massive value as he backdoors this keep. He will have to come on back, and they need to get something out of this because they have a few seconds without anyone. Oh, Electra being tossed on over. Kroven is a Nostradamus, foresaw the future, but Ardent Defender being popped, keeping Electra alive in the meantime. Walls are down. We got a lot of damage and a lot of a creep wave here. Swoop will be able to pour it on out, actually going the other way. There's the Riptire going to chew through the HP, Electra, and Rain, but Rain a Swift striking through. We got Reb on the backside, will actually get on out. The pull, getting the double stun onto Haze and Electra. Extra coming on through too. We got the D shield. Electra standing for a little bit longer, but Swoop and crew are gaining, blasted by Reb and McNulty. And with that Riptire, well, Diablo's rip. So please press F because all of Luxorian Sun really needs you to press F to pay respects here. So we're going to take a look at that once again. You're going to see the big stun come out, the X strike not getting enough value, and then Reb just bodying Swoop. McNulty coming in on 2, and well, Reb's just going to run him down on the backside. Unconquered Spirit is not going to be good enough, and they pick up the 5-man wipe. Base State trying his best to try and keep this core from going down, but at this point, with another 10 seconds before anyone joins him, this is going to 100% be GG, especially with the core having catapults now on it. So FWC eSports come in with a very convincing game number 1, but Luxorian Sun did open up several opportunities. Unfortunately, they were behind during those opportunities and didn't have enough gems ready to go to try and capitalize on it. So that was a game number 1. We'll be back very shortly with game number 2, but in the meantime, enjoy some replays.